guys. I wanted to discuss me today. It's the 22nd of December. It's master number 22. And I'm going through a lot right now. This is the month when we had the total lunar eclipse of the long night's moon, and the sun entered Capricorn, and the winter solstice. But they say if the eclipse occurs very close to your birthday, which it did in my case, anything can happen. And it did. It turns out I had a very bad fall. In the last video when I said I used the word doozy of a bruise, it was much worse than that. I really hurt myself, and it turns out I broke my prosthetic in my right hip. Now this hip's been replaced twice already. If you had known me when I was 25 to 30, I became quite crippled from osteoarthritis, and very shortly thereafter I had to have surrender to my first total right hip replacement. By 51, and I'm an old man, I had to have a revision done. And that wasn't easy to find a doctor that even would do it. 19 doctors wouldn't do the surgery. When they found out I'm a psychic, I guess because they thought I was reading into them on some level, which I certainly would not do. I would never investigate anyone unless asked. But I finally found a very compassionate doctor, number 20, who ultimately did the surgery for me, born in the year of Rabbit, which we're about to enter into now, in 2011, a very intellectualized year, so I knew he was the right guy ultimately for me. But I've had that replacement now, that revision, and that was tough, man. That was tough. To live through that the past 4 years, and I hoped maybe, because it was cementless, that it would last a long time, but this fall did it. And although this week, post this video, I'll find out whether I loosened the prosthetic or not. I know my body. I did. So this week, when I go for a injection, the third of 4 injections in my left knee for my torn meniscus, I'm going to find out, well, I'm going to be sent for a bone scan, so the doctor can find out that I have indeed loosened my hip replacement, and I'm going to go through it again for the 3rd time. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can make it. I'm 55. I'm an old man now. I just look immortal, and I'm immature maybe, but I guess in a way this is my connection to you guys, and it's my offering myself to you and your prayers. I know prayer matters. Prayer changes things. So during the eclipse, my wife and I went out into the moonlight from 1:30 until 5 o'clock. We watched it turn into a golden copper ember. I held my magnificent quartz point in my hand, and I held it up to the moonlight, and I ultimately found, when it was charged, held it to my leg and just asked the heavens, make it easy. In the previous hip replacement, they put the cadaver bone of up to 20 individuals in me. They call them cadaver crystals. I really didn't want to tell this particular doctor how intuitive I am or what the line of my work is. But ultimately, when I felt 20 different individuals speaking through me, I asked him once, by the way, Doc, how many spirits are working, I'm sorry, I didn't put it that way, quite frankly. How many cadaver bones did you put in me? It turns out it was indeed what I thought it was, 20. Male and female energies, and I have to say it's been an asset to my career, because I've often said in my lectures, I no longer just access the dead, I am the dead. So everything comes in threes, and Danny's about to lay on the doctor's slab once again. But before I do, let's choose some cards. Let's pick some cards and see what the vibrations have to say. And I'm going to do a reading this time for Danny. I don't do them very often. So let's see what the energies have to say. And your prayers matter to me. The energy fields today for Daniel. And God is my judge. It says this. Number 1. As above, so below. As in heaven, so on earth. In your mind, so in your body. As above, so below. It's like the Star of David. It's very potent. The vibrational fields have to do with 3s. It's the image of Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes, 3 times the greatest. I've never said this publicly before, but he is my personal spirit guide. Good. Okay, so if I have spirit guides around me, maybe I'll try to be optimistic. Vibrational field number 2 says this. Well, this one doesn't want to let go of my hand. Okay, thank you very much. All right. The Lord of Work perfected. All right, so I guess they're going to be able to do it. And I guess I'm going to be able to survive. The Lord of Work perfected, or completion, represents from completion, you begin again. It doesn't mean, oi gewalt, this is the end for you. So if everything's very circular, good. Let's choose our third card for Danny. And you're all working with me. The vibrational fields ultimately say this. They're just sticking to my hands. I'm afraid to look. See what I'm wearing on my neck today? The Ankh, symbol of eternal life. The Ankh, symbol of life. Alright, I was a little afraid, I guess, because, you know, this is just the body I rent. It might look rather elegant, but we're not all immortal. But if I'm getting the Ankh, alright, guess I'm going to see you for many more videos in the future. Well, I'm delighted with my read because I don't read myself. It takes a span of many years before I read myself. It's got to be that important. If I'm buying a house, if I'm marrying a wife, if I'm going to sacrifice myself on an operating table. Looks like it's going to be okay for me. But I just want to mention, everybody, this particular eclipse of the moon has not happened since the 1600s, since they burned the witches. It's very potent, I know it is. And I noticed many people have died and are dying this week. Many people are being born this week and filling in those places. There are newborn babies. There are women who have seen cats in the skies, which is quite interesting. The goddess Freya, the Norse goddess who flies across the sky in a chariot drawn by cats. Women have seen it specifically because they are blessed among women, these sacred beings. Next year, the year of rabbit, frankly, Asians sometimes say, it's the year of the cat. The cat is not in the astrological energy field, only sometimes if you want it to be. So may the year of cat bring you, guys, as much good luck as it seems to promise to bring. So happy holidays, happy 2011, and cut Danny!